So maybe you have this new thing coming to your market called Advantage Mode and Standard Mode. Maybe you got the email. Maybe you just now are getting the email. And you're looking at it and it's saying Advantage Mode gives you a 5% bonus. And you're thinking Advantage Mode is going to be amazing. I get 5% on every single offer. That's going to be cool. And your immediate reaction is, I should be an Advantage Mode driver, not a Standard Mode driver. But you're seeing this because it's coming to your market, and you're like, man, listen, if it's coming, I might as well be ahead of the curve, and I might as well make this thing work. And can I just tell you, I was just like you. So I live in South Florida, Miami to be exact, and we've had this thing legitimately, we've had Advantage Mode and Standard Mode in our market since way back, since June. And it's now what month are we in? We're in February, towards the middle of February. So we've had this thing since June, and we're all the way here in February. So we've had it for quite a while. And when it first came out, it was amazing. We were a part of the pilot market, so nobody really understood it. Nobody really cared. And it's that, to be an Advantage Mode driver, you have to have a 25% acceptance rate. You have to have under an 8% cancellation rate. Your rating has to be 4.9 or better. Or I think it's 4.8, somewhere around there. And you got to have an 81 CMT score or better. And so when it first came to our market, it was amazing. Everybody jumped on it, at least in the garage, at least, the people that I was talking to, because it actually seemed like it was pretty good. Now, if you guys remember last year in 2023, 2024, 2023, we had $1 extra on every single offer if you had an EV. And then the year before that, we had $1 extra for gas, I think it was. So if you had an EV, you had like $2 extra or something like that. I forget what it was. I think it was for gas. It was like a gas incentive, just because of the way the economy was and all of that stuff. So realistically, every offer was coming in $2 better. And for a lot of people, for EVs, obviously. And if you had a gas car, it was coming in $1 better. So for a lot of people, though, that $2 made a difference. A lot of people felt like once that $2 left, when I say a lot of it made a difference, because you hear the way people talk about the offers now. It wasn't as bad back then when you had the $2 extra on every offer, especially for EVs. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't as bad, I should say. Now everybody notices how bad the offers is, and they'll talk about it, and it's a lot of negativity. So, when Advantage Mode came in, we felt, a lot of people felt like, okay, this is a step in the right direction. We kind of trying to make a little bit more money, so you might as well be an Advantage Mode driver. And it wasn't that hard, because having a 25% acceptance rate isn't hard. Like, it's not a hard ask to do that, I think we all kind of hang around between 20 and like 50%, as cherry pickers. And then obviously, the people that have high acceptance rates, they automatically, it's easy for them because they always accept everything. So, but yeah, I think most people kind of hang around 20 to 50%, or let's say 10 to 50%. I mean, I guess that's almost half. That's almost half of the percentage anyway. So yeah, I mean, it's fairly easy to get to 25% for an acceptance rate. And then cancellation rate is fairly easy to get that lower. lower than 8% or lower. So it's not a crazy thing to be an advantage mode driver. Like I said, I was an advantage mode driver when it first started. So June, July, August, I was an advantage mode driver. Then September came. And September was kind of like my awakening, so to speak. By awakening, it just meant like, I was like, you know what, I'm going to try something here. Let me try something here. Because in September, for our market is dead over the summer. If you don't know, our market is horribly dead over the summer because the kids are out of school and there's no tourists. It's just tough. It's tough down here to be a rideshare driver. So the summer was pretty dead. So when September came and the kids went back to school, it was like, let me try something, Let me try something. And lo and behold, I started making a little bit of money. Started making a little bit more money being a standard mode driver. Because I let my ratings, drop just a little bit more than normal. I let my acceptance rating drop to like 10%. You know what I'm saying? Because it was just a lot of stuff going on. And I wasn't necessarily taking it because there was a lot of traffic too. So yeah, I let my acceptance rate kind of go lower. And lo and behold, I started making a little bit more money, Started making a little bit more money. So the benefit in being an advantage mode driver is that you get that 5% on every offer. But what's 5% of $10? It's like 50 cents. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not nothing crazy, What's 5% of... what's 5% of $20? You get what I'm saying? Like, it's not a lot that they're adding on to the fare, but a lot of people was just trying to get, when Uber and Lyft when Uber really gives us anything, most people want to take advantage of it. And you want to learn why they're giving it to us, what benefit there is, see if there's a benefit. That's just how it works, because why would Uber give us anything for free? Why would Uber willingly be giving us extra money? And if they are, then you got to take advantage, because as soon as they realize the grave mistake, they're going to change it. They're going to fix it. They're going to replace it. They're going to take it away. So I was an advantage mode driver for the first couple months that it was in our market. And as I'm saying, when September hit, I decided to be a standard mode driver, and I started making more money. Now, the difference between being an advantage mode driver and a standard mode driver is really simple. Most of your requests on advantage mode come from being exclusive pings. So, you get the little ping and it's yours to accept. You have like 3.5 seconds to accept it. And if you accept it, it's yours. You don't really have to fight anybody else, quote unquote, because it's your ping to accept. That offer you see, if you want it, you can get it, basically. And then you also get the 5% on top of that offer. But again, what's 5% of $6? Not a lot. But yeah, okay. Now being a standard mode driver, the difference is all of your pings, quote unquote, are now going to be trip radar. So every single ping that you get will be trip radar. So obviously, either it's survival of the fittest, you got to be the fastest one, you got to be in the best vehicle, you got to be the lowest offer. Yeah, you guys know how trip radar works. That's basically all of your pings supposedly come from trip radar. So you no longer get any exclusive requests, is what they say. And, so being in those first 3 months when it was really slow in our market, it made the most sense to be advantage mode because it's slow. Everybody's just fighting over the scraps. So yeah, I could be fairly quick. I have a fairly quick trigger finger in that sense. I'm fairly quick at, accepting offers. Fairly quick, I can win out a ton of offers. Y'all know I drive in Miami, and that's basically what you have to do to be able to survive in Miami, because most of the offers are going to come in as trip radar. So when it was slow in our market, having that slight advantage of all of the offers coming in as exclusive pings was a benefit, because it's like, now I don't have to fight the 1,500 people around me. I just get the ping and I can just accept it and make money. So it was a huge benefit. But the reason why I keep saying that in standard mode, I started making a little bit more money was because our market started to pick up. And with our market starting to pick up, the benefit that, that advantage mode was providing was also a problem, because when you have volume, you can cherry pick. When you have volume, you can choose what offers you want to accept. Sometimes you don't want to go, east, and you might want to go west. In my case, I choose my rides based on the direction. So I may want to go east instead of going west. I may want to go north instead of south, or south instead of north. That's one of the biggest ways that I choose my offers, based on the direction that they're going, the location of the drop off. Because down here in South Florida, we have a crazy amount of traffic, and if you go the wrong way, that trip that should have only taken 20 minutes now takes, 40 minutes, now takes an hour, depending on, if it's an accident and they close down the express lanes, or depending on if it's construction and now they only have a 1-lane highway. They turn 5 lanes into 1 lane, so, or it's just that they're, you're going, everybody's bumper to bumper. So you can't really drive fast, quote unquote. We have a lot of traffic, and that's just kind of how it is. We have a crazy amount of traffic here in South Florida. And if you've been down here, especially in Miami. So, I choose my offers based on the direction that they're going. So, north, south, whatever, based on the traffic patterns. In my market, I know the traffic patterns like the back of my hand, especially for different areas. Obviously, if I want to go to Miami, I'm not going to Miami. And I'm in Fort Lauderdale. I'm not going to Miami at 5 o'clock in the middle of the day. In the evening. That's crazy. That's rush hour traffic. On the flip side, if I'm in Miami, I'm not trying to go to Fort Lauderdale at like 8:30 in the morning. That's rush hour traffic. It's really horrible traffic at that time trying to go north. So it's just little things like that. So I pick and choose my rides based on that. But remember, when you're an advantage mode driver, you want to try to keep your acceptance rate at least above 25%. And so, you don't really decline a whole lot. You can decline some rides, but then you don't want to decline everything. But so you take a little bit more stuff than you would normally. And so when I got to be a standard mode driver, it's like, that acceptance rate is out the window. It's purely based on me understanding my market and trying to be as efficient as possible. That kind of changes the game, right? Because it's no longer about my acceptance rate and me just trying to please Uber. It's now about specifically like, what's the best ride for this specific time. And if it's not the best ride, decline, If it's not the best ride based on my strategy, decline, And so I started making a little bit more money because I'm not worried anymore about my acceptance rate. So, I have to fight on trip radar. But the other thing that I started to notice was that you can get some exclusive pings as a standard mode driver. Especially if you have a surge. So if you have $1 surge, you better believe you're going to get an exclusive request. You also can get exclusive requests just depending on the location that you're at. So if you're in a saturated area, then yeah, you're going to get nothing but trip radar. But if you're not in a saturated area, you're going to get exclusive pings. You might get some exclusive pings, you know? So it's just that, but you still get a chance to control what you take and what you don't take. You still kind of are doing your own thing. So for me, I prefer being a standard mode driver because, yeah, I look for bigger rides. I like longer trips. So I'm really looking for like $15 and above type trips. Like I want a trip to take me 30 minutes or more. So I decline a lot of stuff because, especially the small stuff, especially, the $5 and the $10 stuff or the quick stuff, because I don't really want a ton of passengers in my car. But that's my strategy. You know what I'm saying? Maybe your strategy is the opposite. You like short trips. So if you like short trips, I could already see your acceptance rate being high because, that's what they give a lot of. But yeah, man, I'm just the whole point of this video is just to kind of let you guys know, because they did, I've been seeing this a lot. I have gotten an email saying that it's expanding to other markets. So it's probably in your market, whether you know it or not. And it's a little thing. And it does update. They said that they're going to start updating it more regular, like I think every hour or more during the day. But at least for my market, Advantage mode and standard mode, you can only change your mode or what you qualify for at night. Well, I guess it's like the cutoff time early in the morning. If you don't know, like your day for Uber changes every day at like, I think it's 4 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock in the morning. It's 4 o'clock in the morning when, your day for Uber changes, or the hours and the earnings that you've made are done, so to speak. And it starts a new day. So basically, if you're in Advantage mode, you won't change out of Advantage mode until 4 o'clock. Well, based on your ratings at 4 o'clock or whatever. So it's one of those things, Is it good for you? Is it bad for you? In my case, it is bad for me. I don't like being in Advantage mode, but you may find success, So I've had, in the last video I did, a lot of people said they love Advantage mode. So, hey, I'm just kind of reiterating it because a lot of people have been asking. I've been seeing a ton of videos on it. And yeah, since I've had a ton of experience now, what is that? June, July, August, September, November, December, January, now February. That's almost like 7-8 months. So yeah, I kind of know it a little bit better than most people. And so yeah, it just kind of makes sense to give you guys the inside scoop on it. But yeah, man, with that being said, man, I'm gonna get on out of here. I've kind of rambled a little bit. So if you're not in the Telegram group, hit the link in the description. It's down below. And yeah, if you got any comments, if you're experiencing Advantage mode, tell me what you guys think. But yeah, with that being said, man, I'm out of here. It's been real. I love and I appreciate you guys. I really do. From the bottom of my heart. I was going to sing, but I already know everybody would have cut the video off. All right. Deuces.